My fingers can really fly across this keyboard, but I gotta keep my fingernails short. I'm at the age now where every time I have to trim my fingernails, I'm like, man, I just did this. It used to feel like such a once-in-a-while thing as a kid. Stupid-ass human body. Every third day, it's like, wah, I want food. It is Doug himself. Doug pork my grill. Out there. You know, I tried a couple of times to get into System Shock 2. It bounced off it. I never got through the tutorial area. I don't know why. Still, how friggin' rad is it that Soup Super, like, gets to actually work on that remaster? Like, I know he's kind of in the same bag as the rest of us. He doesn't love... None of us love spending our entire lives working on shit. I know he doesn't exactly think he's, you know, living on Cloud 9 or anything, but, like, I think it's rad as hell that Soup Super gets to work with a studio that does that kind of thing. I don't think he hates his job, but... It sounds like he has similar things going on when I was working from home. Like, working from home is great, but it's not healthy to do it full-time. At least not the way I did it. What I'm saying is that Soup Super is cool. We should all be his friend. I predicted like a 33% chance that saying Soup Super is cool and we should all be his friend would conjure him from wherever he is, just reverberate throughout space, and just summon him to the stream to say, hey, stop this slander. Anyway. Apparently I'm very Beetlejuiceable. People often say, hey, Zeor, I just invoked your name. I said, you fool, you've given me power. Hi, welcome to Doob. This... Oh, wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. Thanks, Duck. Probably the reason... Yeah, you know, I can barely even hear those new subscriber or those notifications that I have. They're too quiet. I should put the party horns back on. In any case... Yeah, probably the reason it's been so long since I saw that is because, like, the last time you subscribed for, like, 1,000,000 months. But, in any case, I appreciate it, thank you. Welcome at Doob. This, I'm guessing, will be the finale. We ended the last stream on a story beat that finally got me pretty interested. Sudden realization that Twitch streamers are effectively Amazon employees. Yeah, strictly speaking, in like a legal sense, I don't think that's true. Like, you'd get a different tax form if you were streamed full-time. Anyway. So Ham Raiden said, in order to get you back to hell one more time, we're gonna need, like, a big, giant power fart. And the only way I can think of to do that is to self-destruct our AI Vega guy. And Vega's just like, hey, cool, I'm gonna walk you through blowing me up. So I did a whole level where I broke all of Vega's shit. And then when it came time to press the yes, I confirm that I'm absolutely going to blow up Vega irreversibly forever button, Doom Guy, for probably the first time ever in any of his lives, hesitated. And he saw a button that said back up Vega, he's like, oh, I'll do that. And then he pocketed the backup and then everything exploded. And Vega, the AI's dying words were, I have many regrets, Mr. Hayden. I think that is extremely interesting. So that's where we are. That explosion will presumably have cast me back into hell. I was actually just doing a little bit of this offline. I actually read through all of the lore like I threatened I was going to. There was some pretty interesting tidbits in there. For the most part, nothing that impactful. One entry did note that, like, to date, the only entities who are known to have come back alive from hell are Doom Guy and Samuel Hayden. I agree, I think Doom Guy is demonstrating a surprising amount of personality in this game. I mean, that personality is mostly, I smashed this thing, but that's what we want him to be. I also redid that one map where I really sucked, and I found the dude that I missed and a couple other secrets, so... you know, patting myself in the back. And I did a couple of weapon masteries. I got them for the railgun precision shoot and the assault rifle precision shoot. I love, like, some of the dialogue options that you get in Deltarune. Some of them are just so fucking weird. You know, it's just like, hey, what are you two up to? I'm like, crime. He's like, yeah, we're, you know, we're just gonna do some crimes, go to jail. Forever. Deltarune's good. By destroying Vega, you've created a portal directly into the heart of hell. Now you must find your way to the source of the UAC's power, known as the Well. So this is... I'm still kind of trying to make a little bit of sense out of the story, because... obviously Samuel Hayden's bent out of shape that we broke his Argent Tower. Which means... probably quite bad things for Earth, actually. So it turns out the Argent power that we've been getting from Mars is like most of Earth's power supply. It is like 1,000,000,000% more efficient than nuclear power. It's like the massively successful power source that we needed. It's just too bad it's all made out of hell. So now we're actually going, like, to the source of power in hell. To kill that too. Like, I don't know what Hayden's motives are. And I was kind of wondering earlier if he had some sort of ulterior reason to blow up Vega. But maybe not. That's enough thinking. I'm gonna punch and shoot things to make all their beef come off. I really have virtually no use for these weapon upgrades at this point. There are other things I could buy, but why would I? So my heavy assault rifle, well scoped in, now shoots Devastator rounds, which are good. We're specifically sealing the energy generating the portal the demons are coming through, I think. Or we're doing something to add further insurance. Okay. It is possible, however unlikely, that Samuel Hayden actually is trying to act in a way that he thinks is, like, moral. I find that improbable, but not impossible. Like, I don't really know the guy. I do know the UAC is both like a corporation and kind of a cult, which goes hand in hand with the whole hell thing. Like the culty shit, like the scary systems of belief and all that are kind of part of just working with hell. I guess. That's my take anyway. Right, I got the upgrade for this as well, which means guys I kill with it now explode. Fun bits of lore. The summoner is apparently, like, genetically related to the imp. They have the similar ability to shoot fire bombs. The creation of the cyber demon was kind of a happy accident. They found a big petrified demon and they started trying to reconstruct it as like a museum exhibit. But then they found that the Argent power that they were using, like, reanimated it. Oh, really? They were like, you know, let's just make him a big angry cyber demon instead. And they did. Because they're dicks. Olivia's branch of the facility was the most responsible for the cult ship, but the degree to which that was being permitted by upper management is up to debate. Yeah, he was saying, like, Olivia, you're going a little crazy over there. Like, the stakeholders no longer believe you to be sane. So yeah, Hayden is an intriguingly murky character, isn't he? It's really hard to get a read on the guy. Is this punch? Yes, punch! Burger! We gotta punch the guy! Berserker! Berserker! Other bits of lore that I liked, they recovered like a non-trivial number of pinkies through hell portals that were partially eaten. Which leads them to suspect that the pinky may be something of a delicacy to other demons in hell. The pinky was named by, like, the first expedition into hell, who all died, by the way. Apparently hell does not have any name for them. It sounds like the demons overall have, like, animaloid intelligence levels. They're not really sapient. For the most part. And it sounds like they have a hive mind of some sort. Probably being controlled by some sort of overmind. What are you doing with that crap? I bet you thought I was standing down there. But no. The Spectre, not unlike the cyberized demons, was a creation of the UAC by accident. Some of the early demons that some of the early pinkies that they brought in for research, they, like, vivisected. 3 of them died, 1 of them turned invisible. And then the invisible one escaped back into hell and bred, and that's why we have Spectres now. Fun stuff. I don't like portal-based navigation. Unless I can see through the portal and create portals. I still don't know what BFG is supposed to stand for. BFG, as I understand, is still not mass-produced despite several prototypes because they keep blowing themselves the fuck up in the testing phase. Plasma firing gun. Bacon fetus gomato. Big finger getter. Gross. I've been calling it butt farter gun because I'm very mature. This game is rated mature. That means I'm smart. For instance, I keep trying to pick up ammo upgrades even though I've been on unlimited ammo for some time. What's that noise? You know, that was probably Daisy. Okay, where are we going? What's going on? So yeah, honestly, this thing, like, functions as a sniper rifle at this point. At least for taking out the fodder guys. Last fiery gushers. Boy, gush is a loaded word these days, isn't it? Don't like that anymore. Where's all the secrets? I saw a tooltip that every map has 2 hidden doom dudes. Sad that fruit gushers have fallen from my pantheon of S-tier snacks. I haven't had any in a long time. Last time I did, I found that they, like, really chemically bonded to my teeth. I don't know if anything changed there, or... I do remember enjoying them back in the day, though. You know what I used to like friggin'... What were they called? Not fruit by the foot, just kind of like fruit snack ropes. You know, like... They being almost like circuit board squiggles. No, not those. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm also distracted looking for the other collectible dude. Yeah, Seer's right there with me. It's like, I know what you're talking about, but I also forget what they're called. Fruit strips? Doesn't say, I don't know. Nah, fruit by the foot is basically like also a fruit roll-up. Alright, maybe I shouldn't worry about this other thing right now. Maybe I go through a portal somewhere. Sends me to the Funko dimension. Maybe there's only one, I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking back to like when I was in middle school. This probably doesn't even exist anymore. I still enjoy some of them just regular old, like, Welsh's fruit snacks here and there, though. Once in a while, when the mood takes me. Yeah. Alright, where am I going, actually? This way. It's also why I'm not into caramel these days. It has the similar, like, really wants to yank the teeth right out of your skull problem. Nice shot, Z. That's decent damage output, not amazing. Fruit strip seems to be the proper name for them. And then, censored link, sorry. I can make a recommendation for caramels. I'll hear them. I didn't mean to do all that. Doom Guy spent a virtual eternity kicking Hell's ass until they invented a way to seal him away, and then he fell down too hard and died. Not just died, but like blew the fuck up. It was like, my ankle! Red Kite. Their regular sea salt and maple caramels are amazing. I use rice syrup so it sticks less. Should be noted. I mean, I'll forget, but I'm noting it anyway. The name reminds me of Red Stripe, which I only remember because of the funny commercials. As in, they created a couple of, like, the only commercials I ever didn't hate. That was where a guy would just appear and then say, boo, some other thing. Hooray, beer! I remember the one where it was Creepy Foot Doctor. It was pretty fucking creepy. Pops up, goes, boo, creepy foot doctor. Hooray, beer. I'm like, you know what? I agree. While inside a beer. I guess lost souls try and just like knock you out of your body so that they can take it and then you'll be a lost soul. Miss goofy ads, but not like try-hard goofy ads. Yeah. Maybe I just miss a time in my life when I still had any tolerance for ads. Like, honestly, like, my lifetime just... I can't endure ads anymore. Why do I have this? Yeah, you know what? That's how, like, overloaded with weapon upgrade points I am. I bought the other minigun upgrade just because why the hell not? I think Terry Crews with Old Spice was like the last hurrah for decent ads. And you could make a solid enough case that they were a little bit try-hard. Well, I remember the first Geico Gecko commercial. It was just some idiot pun. He had a completely different voice. He was just like, I am a gecko. Please stop calling me. And then everybody, and then they were just like, you know what? This gecko is the best thing ever made. So they gave him a new voice and everything, and they made him their mascot person. Geico commercials started getting fucking old. I appreciated that they were trying, but... Gasp. The unseen Shockmaster voice was my enemy all along. Whoa! Oh, this is the siege mode upgrade. Bam. I mentioned I'm fond of this weapon. Speaking of weapons and fondness. Oh. Somebody's getting ready to spawn in here. These. The slow skis, what were they? Were they like a Comcast thing? Yeah, they like complained that the internet was too fast because they liked it when everything was slow. You know, relatable. Not really. Stop it. Stop it. Please. Sound like the cursed sort of thing. Known cursed company Comcast would do. I think the only US company hated more than Comcast is Verizon, and it's close. I have to say, Verizon has done alright by me. But Comcast can suck a big fat one. Everything that you've heard about Comcast is absolutely true. They are the worst. Turtles. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Destroy ass. Yeah, that's the thing. In most places, you only have one option. Alright. Dinner time. Yeah, I'll use a bunch of... Yeah, why not? Sometimes it's worth it to get rid of some damn pinkies. Here's the thing, not everybody's into video games. Practically everybody has an internet connection, though. Like, the scope of shitheadery exhibited by Comcast is much broader. And also, they dick over their consumers in a much more direct fashion. I feel like the problem with that is I can simply just not buy EA games. Yeah, that as well. Activision. Right, no, I was thinking of Acclaim. Didn't Acclaim literally name themselves, like, specifically to be above Activision alphabetically? Yonti was just like, it's too bad nobody took Aardvark Entertainment. I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to be going. Activision were the guys who did all the really truly deranged viral ads, right? Like, name your child Turok. Like, capturing pigeons, painting game logos on them, and releasing them at a tennis event. Or was it Acclaim who did these things? See, somehow I can't keep those names straight. It's as if they're only one letter apart. Alright, I guess I'm coming back to that later. There was, like, we'll pay your speeding ticket if you get caught speeding on the way to buy Burnout or whatever. You know, all just the worst ideas you can have. Because all publicity is good publicity. Yeah, they did something weird with Graves. I can't remember exactly what they did with Graves. It's just like that's how you pretty much get on civilization's shit list. You know, like society and humans at large. This... Can I kill the whole Mars? Take that, Mars. I noticed that Samuel Hayden, on replaying that stage, had a few, like, From Hell statues propped up in his office, and one of them was the Doom guy. Things that I can notice while not streaming. Acclaim went bankrupt in 2004, but according to the wiki, a group of investors launched a new company using the Acclaim trademark in 2025. Uh-oh. They were paying people to modify headstones to promote Shadow. Right, they were trying to, like, yeah, pay people to do that. Maybe don't, is my advice. A lot of these things were covered by Sean Baby in an old Cracked article because, you know, most things were.
He must not be allowed.
breathing. Is that what I'm doing? I'm just killing everybody. Kind of my thing. Big repo update either just dropped or will imminently. So there will be more streams of that soon, probably next week. I would like to wrap this up tonight. And I really want to stream 3D Sen, even though Vinny did beat me to it, as I guessed he might. I can't at this time predict how much 3D Sen I want to stream, probably a reasonably significant amount of it. But, like, I want to get in at least one stream of that, and then maybe we can do some repo, probably maybe like a week from today. Whoops. Cut that up, fart mugger. You guys really coming for your viewers. That dude snipes me at every turn, man. That guy. Vinny friggin' loves me. I mean, sometimes it's just like, well, you know, he and I are about the same age. We have similar interests. We got into a lot of the same things like UN Squadron. That's, you know, to be expected to a certain degree. And then sometimes it really friggin' is. Like, Vinny, turn off the brain link, please. Like, sometimes he and I are eerily on the same wavelength. Yeah, you know, I'm at a little there we go. Vinny is like me from another timeline, where he figured out how to, you know, do the things that he likes for a living. Whereas I will do bullshit until I am dead. Right, the mastery for these ass clowns is... Oh no, sorry, I did that backwards. Mastery for the shotguns to kill those ass clowns. Current level challenge for X engines with the BFG is named Big Redacted Gun. Got it. I did not notice this. I have a tendency not to notice those things. Sears says, if it's any consolation, you're definitely my most watched Twitch streamer ever, and it's not even close. You know? That kind of does feel good. Kansas is like, okay. Yeah. Alright, yeah, this room's getting a little feisty. You know what? How about a little more of the, there we go. Hey, look what I found. Yeah, there it is. Big redacted gun, 11 of 25. Well, you know, you wouldn't want to say something offensive like a cuss word in this game. We're not trying to make Grandma cry here. Took Warframe 11 years to work up the guts to make one of their characters say Scrungus. Very proud of them. Yeah, I don't watch many streamers. Obviously, I watch Minis, and usually Joel's. Those two and Cans are roughly it. For the most part. Once in a while, one of them will cross my sphere of awareness. I'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a lark. Like, what's that guy, Ty Tuesday or some such? I watched him playing Super Mario 64 with a light gun or some shit. That was fun. So what was that ad campaign about? Your grandma will hate this game. I want to say that was Dead Space. Yeah, they did an ad where they, like, showed hyper-violent things to grandmas and watched their, and, like, filmed their reactions. Alright, is there... yeah. Every time. Dead Space 2, Your Mom Will Hate This, featuring the new exploding baby enemy. Like, the thing is, that's not whatsoever an exaggeration. Like, no, that's real. Toddlers suck, the babies are neat, though. Oh, video games. Alright, am I missing anything? I've only gotten the little collectible dude fist bump animation the once. I'm a little sad about that. Somebody get near my punches. Damn it. Where am I going? This way. Wait. You can put a chip's entire circulatory system into the smoke machine. If you kick the rack, you can piss in circles. Okay, I passed by. I was, like, doggedly looking for something to punch, which wasn't to be. I think I hear what you mean. Might be above me. Oh no, I hear it now. Sounds like it's in here. Yeah. Unless I find something serendipitously that opens that. Kingdom of Loathing was always a leading generator of video game word salads. I think that was by design, honestly. Most of the concepts and items and things in that game were categorically crazy. Oh, hey. Here. Go. Directions, please. Which way? Okay, hold on. I got a little confused for a second. There we are. The, like, hell pickup power-ups all detail what, like, gruesome fate befalls any normal human who would pick one up. But Doom Guy doesn't give a shit. Like, if you get haste, your heart literally explodes. Doom Guy's like, nah. Yeah, imagine there's like a pooping minigame, and then you're actually incentivized to just duke yourself right in the middle of the room. Quad damage. Minigame's a strong word for it. You just gotta finesse the poopometer. Get that up. Sure. Oh crap, I'm spending ammo now. Yep. Do get a bootleg toilet in Zone 2 that doesn't erase the poo. Good. That's my only comment on that. Damn it. He's a good gun. I like this weapon. Ah, shouldn't have spent that one. Who's hurting me? Stop it. Stop. Alright, well, hey, I got a challenge. Did. Go me. I was wondering out loud earlier if I should do anything special for stream when I turn 40 later this year. I think I want to stream ActRaiser again. Like, I probably even already have it on YouTube. Like, it wouldn't even be a Flashback Friday, but, you know, it's just been a while since I played ActRaiser. Nah, OG. Although I should also play the remake again sometime. Was quite good. Yeah, Kansas gone back to Breath of Fire 4. It's weird that that was so long ago, isn't it? It doesn't feel like it. The flashback is the 40 years of turning to dust along the way. Hell, I think divining into a dust-like state would be, like, easier. If only it were that simple. Is that... What's her face? The Wraiths. I've been getting things. This is all good lore. I recommend reading it, but... Again, during a stream, maybe not. You know, the Mortal Kombat reboot did the same thing. Like, when they rebooted it, they did a good enough job with the story. Not a perfect job with the story by any stretch. But, like, it was as involved as it needed to be. And then the next game went crazy. Or I'm not sure if it was the next game that went crazy or the one after. I don't know. The point is... I don't know what the point is. I feel like I'm missing some shit. That's probably the Doom, like the retro Doom room over there. Which I'm guessing is unreachable to me at this point. Also plans to do SMT4 proper and crystal clear since that's finalized. With a bunch of stream-friendly quality of life. Cool. Yeah, I should probably not invest any more time to trying to backtrack for those secrets. I think I'm probably locked out of them. Freaking gun. You don't look so good.
You promised me so much.
Really? That's what all this was about? Not some kind of science person for the good of mankind thing or anything like that? Like no hell promise? You were like a quintuple theoretical butthole doctor and then like you fell for the hell trick. Yeah. Alright. Like, you let hell do the thing hell does. Promise mortals, you suck so much is what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, here's this guy. Well, that is true. That was cool. Yeah. I don't like my odds of first running this encounter. I feel like that looks improbable at this time. I feel like perhaps I'm not doing that great. Oh crap, oh crap. What was it that T-Bug very heavy-handedly said in Cyberpunk? Right before major story event? A quote from Aristotle, I think it was. The greatest crimes arrive from a desire for excess or some such. Wrong premise. There we go. Ow! Give me a sec. I feel like I honestly get more ammo mileage out of this thing. Oh, shoot at the correct half. Oh, the recoil. But oops. I got a few more shots in. Oh, I got all of my ammo back. Alright, cool. Never mind that thing I was saying a minute ago. Fool, I have 4 shadow crystals. You're not scaring me. Ow. I thought maybe I could glory kill it. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Fatality. Wiggly. Damn it. Stupid tether. How's it going?
You've won. It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal. But
Nice.
it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched you work. Come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind. And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work.
Really, man?
The villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
I do believe he thinks that.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way.
Oh, that's what that is.
Until we see each other again.
Hey, I need that for the sequel. Come, bastard. Damn it. I do remember hearing that the icon of sin, whoops, spoilers, was a huge fucking problem. Good ass game, yeah, I enjoyed this. Didn't overstay its welcome too much either. I've been saying, it's like I'm enjoying the game, but not, loving it per se. So I'm glad it didn't hang around too long. So it was about the right length. This was enjoy. Okay, it wasn't that big. So Doom Eternal really goes too hard with, like, very tiny ammo limits, huh? So it is likely the armor that they're wearing is, like, patterned after the Doomslayer armor that they found. The Praetor suit, refurbished by Hell. Yeah, that's my takes. Like, some people really enjoyed Eternal and some people not so much. Gives you a regenerating chainsaw and occasionally spawns imps and other little shitters. Yeah. Pretty good credits going on here, too. Well done. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm also not that interested in, like, if the storytelling gets that much worse, then, like, I'm not that compelled. And, like, this game had exactly the right amount of story. You can do some interesting reading if you're so inclined. But if you also just want to shoot the dudes, mostly you can do that. There are only a couple of set pieces where you definitely had to not shoot so much. That's the thing, the storytelling in Eternal is good, but it gets entirely up its own ass in ways that are at times engaging. Okay. So just takes itself too damn seriously. I don't know, basically I'm still trying to decide if it sounds like something that I want to try. You know what I mean? I actually don't know if it's in my Steam library or not. Takes itself too seriously and doesn't relegate the story to logs anymore. Right. Hey, free torso. Oh wait, this guy still has the meat pants attached to it. Damn it. Samuel Hayden is an interesting character. I like him. Like, they pulled off a character whose motivations are very hard to read in a good way. Nice. Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, going by that sequel hook, he couldn't have hung around for too long in the sequel. That's basically the extent of the character that we see, right? Great work from Mick Gordon. I feel like he did better work for Killer Instinct, but still. We probably don't really need to hang around for all this. I mean, traditionally I do. Yeah. I figure I can maybe check out some of the bonus content. I've been unlocking, like, classic levels, I guess. Maybe look at those. Kick the can around for an hour. Yeah, fine folks. Partingstrom. A pair? Like the little umlaut over the top means it's basically like always long vowel sound, right? The OST is even better in Eternal comparison-wise, and you probably won't notice it much in-game, but Mick was severely jerked around its production, and the mastering was butchered by a third party. Yeah, I remember there being some controversy around him, which is saying how he was treated by Bethesda. At least I assume it was Bethesda jerking him around and not id, who knows. Quite possibly both, yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, and then he wasn't on Dark Ages at all, yeah. I like the credits for Cyberpunk because they're all, like, extremely European. So it's not even like a localization thing. Like, the devs who worked mainly on the game are named things like Piotr. I'm like, hee, that's Northern European. Very silly. Tried to throw him under the bus and likely cut ties when he dared to point out who was driving the fucking bus. What a time to be alive. I'm here to tell you, from an IT perspective, those hyphenated last names are real bastards. Active Directory will only permit names of such a length. And that's how you get a login with your name cut off at a really awkward point. Your last name shouldn't be 40 characters long. What about when they have umlauts and shit? Mostly you kind of just ignore those and type plain letters. Apparently apostrophe is allowed. That's probably the most special character you get. don't have to worry too much about umlauts and shit here on in the Mid-Atlantic region. People do that with somebody put like a license plate on the front of the car that was like drop database, like SQL script, and it friggin' worked. I still say SQL, I don't say SQL. Never got behind that. Yeah, obviously it's pronounced skill. How do you say... Like, in college, everybody pronounced it query. And that caught me off guard because I'd only ever read it and I just thought it was query because... Does anybody else say query? Like, I just trained myself to say it that way because everybody else did, but... Why would that be a long E? I mean, I don't know. Query is definitely the only way I've ever heard it. Okay, so it's... May not have just been that insane. Zeor also agrees query. Everybody agrees that it's actually query. Okay. So I was the one reading it incorrectly at first pass. We're learning. Okay, seriously, these credits are taking an hour. Alright, let's play Doop the Dark Age. No, how is that going over, by the way? What do people think of it? I don't even know, to be honest. I haven't heard that much about it since it released. A lot of buzz leading up to it. I will accept Kiri, but only if you're French. Carry? Oh, yeah, I guess. Also does that when someone has SQL tech support questions. It says. All right, stream over. Bye, everyone. No, well, I did get all the rune trials, right? I think so. I missed one dude. I'm fired. Okay, yeah, so that was what was happening here. They have, like, the names of other things on them, because they're actually, they give you views of things. There he is. Here's another case where, like, you'd expect it to have ended up with a different name than Spider Mastermind. But it'd be largely a holdover from, you know, the game was made in 1989 or whatever the fuck. It's a slight exaggeration, but you get my point. I was just looking there. I clicked on the red one first. Surprise. But Samuel Hayden and his mysteriously appearing torso. I did manage to shoot him in the ass, and he just said, save your ammo. I mean, we've already seen all these things. Barf. I just wanted to look at the, maybe Baron of Hell. As far as I know, Dark Ages was solid and well received, and despite no Mick, the OST is pretty solid, but they're weirdly embarrassed by it and made it very quiet. Maybe so as just not to call more attention to the Mick Gordon thing. I'm trying to find the... not the PFG. Did I not get the one for... the Gauss gun? Yeah, go figure my favorite weapon is the one I didn't get. Ah, well. What do we got for, classic maps? Let's check this out. Alright, no, hang on, we gotta do this right. Not this, what was it? Yes. See, I'm more used to, hang on, can I I'm not unfig... This is stupid. I'm more used to, like, the opening map of Doom 2, though. Did you know the mission tab will show me the auto map on the derpy? Can't go that way. Implied glass. That's one of my favorite ones. Ouch. Hi, Soup. I said nice things about you in the opening minutes of the stream, no particular reason. System Shock 2 came up and I was just like, you know what, Soup Super worked on that, and he's cool. I stand by these words. I also then guessed at the high possibility that saying these words would summon you to the stream somehow. It was late, but it worked. Nah, it's okay. You can leave it out there. We're used to having the super shotgun from Doom 2, but I'm more familiar with the maps from 1. Feels like I'm definitely missing stuff, yeah? Hello to this guy Zeor didn't even work on System Shock 2. What an ass. I hope he dies. Well, that was an obscure ass secret. Alright. You gonna join us for more repo soon? You can even change your robot guy's expression so you can really, like, more effectively pantomime than ever how much you hate me. Sounds fun. It's actually the reverse path. The way to the courtyard is temporary. Oh, gotcha. Temporarily opened by the first switch. That's why it was so obscure. Bye. I think about all the Lethal Company likes, and I'm still going to keep calling them that entire phrase. So far, Repo's probably my favorite. I did enjoy Content Warning a lot. I feel like maybe we're not 100% done with that one. Yeah, this is dumb. I'm leaving. I'm bad at Doom. Where that imp was on the upper ledge lowered once you went a bit. I think if this were Duke Nukem 3D, that door would have straight up killed me. Oh yeah, here we are. I think that's honestly one of the things I like about games like Repo, yeah. They're like Like, everything is weighted against you specifically to make sure you're not too good at it. Like, misfortune befalling all the players is, like, how it's supposed to work. Alright, so this is being handled like another campaign. Good. Yeah. Here's another bit of lore for you. Apparently the reason the pistol has unlimited ammo is because it's using some kind of... It has like a argent reactive gel that turns into bullets when it's fired. I know I'm not getting health from these glory kills. This funky MIDI bass line. Yeah, I've heard of the automat, thanks. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, we're pretty much just having fun at this point anyway. Samuel Hayden took my cool hell sword. He went off to, I think have a heart attack at a strip club. Thing is, Repo and LC make playing badly fun. Content warning just doesn't throw you any kind of bone. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's very hard to really get anywhere on that one, but... Again, I think in this kind of game, getting in at too high levels and, like, accomplishing things isn't necessarily the point. Like, I'm not really sure if that's even what you're supposed to do in that game. We did make some funny videos. Yeah, I'm bad at Doom. Power up here? Make it Jackbox style. Everyone films their own videos and you vote on which one's best. I feel like that would take a while, though. Oh yeah, there was that hell thing that killed all of us instantly. That's true. In a lot of ways, it's actually a pretty accurate content uploader simulation. Do I have grenades? No. Where are you? The library from hell. Maybe? It's a little murky. Who knows Doom 1 lore? Where am I? There's your real answer. I'm in Doom 1. Speaking of content creators, I guess now you gotta team up with Future Worm for the crossover of the century. Pff, I'm not opposed. I'm not sure what kind of show he puts on. Yeah, an old, like, returning face from back in the Team 17 forum days showed up in Discord the other day, so that was cool. It's kind of interesting because, like, I didn't get along well with Future Worm back when we were teenagers. For a myriad of stupid reasons. But, like, I'm legitimately glad to see him again. Like, he's... I don't know. Like, it's an interesting, like, instantly visible way of how we're just different humans than we were back then, you know what I mean? But yeah, Future Worm, he's doing really well for himself apparently. I'm still gonna keep calling him Future Worm, even as he's probably tried to distance himself from that moniker. Yeah. He's like a big publisher or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's a gross oversimplification, I know, but mostly covers theater, Christian propaganda. Right. Podcast theater type person, sounds right. So probably a lot different from what I do. But yeah, I guess he's found himself some success. And you know what, I'm happy for him. Where the hell am I going? To the exit, apparently. Not untrue, yeah. Remember that time I did a stream with Slick? We did some Z-SNES multiplayer. We played Der Kirby Superstar and TMNT4. That was fun. That was a good stream. I think Phoebe also became a surprisingly successful publisher, but it still wasn't enough for an economy that's... Right. It's been a long time since I've heard anything from Phoebe. Once in a while I toss a DM her way, but she's extremely selective about answering them. I know she's always just kind of been busy. But, you know... I didn't know that. See, I never heard about that at all. Just perpetually mentally overwhelmed. Yeah, pretty much that. Waka Laka would be depressing if we got made today. The music would start up and I'd just like roll over in bed and fart. Be like, can we do this later? Here's some deep cut Waka Laka trivia for you. For the two of you who have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about. When we all fuse together into Zunky McPickle, the Mick is in fact from one of our real names. She was in contact with Taco's widow and helped to recover as much of the old work that we could. See, I didn't know any of this about Phoebe. I'm so out of touch. I'm a little bothered about that now that I think of it. Sometimes I wonder if it's me. Sometimes I wonder if maybe Phoebe remembers too much of when I leaned a little bit more right. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might be overthinking. Barely responds to me anymore either. So yeah, probably overthinking. But this is much harder. Without all the health drops, there they are. Yeah, Zeor used to be more Republican back in the day. Back when Republican didn't necessarily mean just instantly fascist. Or at least, you know, was at least a little sneakier about it. Seer is absolutely correct. I feel like in almost all cases where someone doesn't message you back and you start overthinking why it's actually just I was too busy and forgot. I am guilty of that myself in a lot of cases. I know this well. Back when Republicans were anti-slavery, that's a good way to put it. I mean, it's not like I was really 100% on board with the Republican camp either. It's not like I was out there going, like, only George Bush could save us from, like... That doesn't mean I tended to lean more towards conservative views, but I've always, through most of my life, been very politically neutral, just don't give a shit. I still believe to this day is, I'm like, we only have two political parties in this country and they're both garbage. It's just the one is way, way more garbage than the other now. But anyway. I guess I'll die. That is the price of talking about politics on my stream. Let's not do that. On today's episode, Mega Man and his brother Zero discuss deep topics. Hey bro, check out this fart. Nice. It's part of the times too, you know what I mean? Like, the 90s and aughts were a lot more cavalier about that sort of thing. We all threw around that F word like it's not a big deal. We don't like that one anymore. As we, by rights, we should not. You know what? I'm glad Sean Baby came this direction with us. He used to be, you know, lean a lot more into that frat boy kind of talk in the 90s and double O's as well. In fact, he was probably one of the earlier guys I noticed making that shift. Had a huge disadvantage by having conservative parents, but it turns out just going on the internet and finding out trans people are cool helps a lot. Turns out they were humans all along. Also, the cultural area in America. I went to public high school, a place that was literally not allowed to have biology textbooks because they taught evolution, which is illegal. That's just terrifying. How is that still a thing in this day and age? Yeah, see, we've opened a can of worms now. Here, why did I start talking about politics during Doom? Self-deprecation, that's why. Zeor started talking about Zeor being shitty. The next thing you know, everything's shitty. There we go, there's a lesson we can learn. My point being, I was shittier, but I am less shitty now. There we go. That's my thesis statement for this whole conversation. And that probably doesn't have anything at all to do with why Phoebe doesn't talk to me very much these days. That is probably just because Phoebe is a very busy person. And that's okay. Disappointing, but okay. Oh, I do have a chainsaw. Gotta be less shitty in the path to self-improvement. That's my life, really. My life has been an ongoing struggle to be less shitty. I'd like to think I've made progress, but sometimes I'm still shitty. Aren't we all? Good. I agree with that as well. Yeah, these classic maps are kicking my shit in a little bit. Old games are hard. Again, you know what? Because I talked about the politic. Now all these zombie guys are like, shut up, shut up, shut up! And you know what? They're right. Yeah, absolutely. Again, they're not dropping health on glory kills anymore. Also, the shotgun is not feeling very good. What's going on with that? Zeor TV is slowly morphing into my stream where I say capitalism bad. Yeah, I think my stance on that is pretty clear at this point, but I do try not to harp on it. In general, like, I don't like to shy away from topics like they're taboo. Especially topics like mental health. Like, part of my thing is that I'll discuss mental health pretty frankly, especially when it's my own. Because I don't think we should treat these things as, like, again, taboo or something like that. But I also don't want them to be the primary focus of the stream at all. Sometimes it's good to not have to constantly think about how shitty the world is. Exactly that. Like, that's not the point of my stream. I'm not here to harp on about that. We all know the world is garbage. We all had to live in it. Why don't we just giggle at the fart video games instead? That's more fun. That's why we're here. It's supposed to be fun. So, sorry I brought all that up. This turned out to be a weird finale to the Doom stream, didn't it? You know what? The past came up. That's the whole problem. Super was like, the past, and then I was just like, ah crap, past Zeor existed. I hate that guy. I'm just talking in circles now, but yeah, like, I don't want to necessarily say we never talk about these things. Just, you know, sparingly is all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm bad at finding secrets, damn. Yeah, we went from Zeor to 072. Yeah, that 072 guy's the one I don't like. Demons are a metaphor for debt. You know, everybody should have a shotgun that deals with that. Or, you know, maybe some people do, and just... Anyway. Stop exploding, stop. Stop it. Shut. Bonk. Ah. You stop it. Now, 073 never made it out of the beta phase. Well, you know what? When you say beta phase, when talking about a person, that takes on a completely different meaning. He's getting a cap my level score from Metal Gear Rising. I think that was one of your streams I didn't watch because I still intend to play that someday. I don't know when. Maybe one day. I saw something over here move a minute ago. Oh yeah, I mean, Disco Elysium is definitely gonna get you talking about shit. That's half the idea, I think. But Doom, maybe not so much. I don't know how we got here. I need to stop saying words. Just being a real shitter right now. I'm sorry. Or I'm not, but I feel like I am. I don't know. Who cares? You decide. I've known the ignorance I once had, but less than the clarity I've gained, honestly. I want to agree with that. But I'm not sure how good the clarity really is for me. Whatever this is, I think I'm locked out of it now. To quote the main writer and director of Disco Elysium, I wanted to make Lord of the Rings written by Karl Marx. That explains so much. Alright, I need to stop looking for bullshit. Trying to find this. Probably where the other thing was. I don't know. Here's another takeaway. Time fillers are dangerous. That's what we're doing here. The old monster closet. How long were those guys in there? Who filled this closet with imps? 1 trillion hell years ago. Is there such a thing as time in hell? Who was phone? What do you do with a one-armed, what a sailor, drunken sailor? That was one-eyed. Where did that come from? Don't answer that. When a scene of Disco Elysium, it feels like a serious murder detective story where you're playing as a Simpsons character. I'd call that a minor oversimplification, but I think you got the vibes right. I heartily recommend Disco Elysium with, like, the asterisk that it doesn't pull its punches anywhere. It's a hilarious game at many times, but a lot of other times it's pretty heavy-hitting, actually. Meh. I did stream the whole thing. A lot of years ago, like before the pandemic, never played it. You should play it. It's good. It's great. Where the hell am I? See, this is why I'm playing Doom 2016 and not, hang on, my chat scrolled. It's important to oscillate between comedy and tragedies. For instance, Zeor TV. It's all come full circle. Past Zeor sucks. Time filler is danger. Serious times talk is okay in doses. What else have we learned? It's all my Gops' fault. Kind of. No, you know what? Yeah, you can't accept blame for my brain self-destructing because 072's ghost appeared. Did you know Zeor has a smelly butt? Okay, now hold on here. Hold on. That's only mostly true. I'm an enabler of politics, chat, so I can take some blame, Siskins. Like, I am not gonna call you that, but I'm also not gonna disagree. God damn. I'm glad I got Disco early on because I don't think it's a single person who worked on is getting the money. Yeah. There was a lot of shitty politics stuff. Real world publisher, developer politics shit going on around that game. Not fun. One of those, like, I don't even really know who the good guys are at this point kinds of situations. Which, I mean, this is 2025, there are no good guys. There I go, having opinions again, stop it. Disco Elysium becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, yeah. Like when Joyce was saying, like, capitalism subsumes everything, even those that would criticize capital just become a part of it anyway. Are there any other secrets I should be checking out? Any other unlockables? Any other extras? Bonuses? Not really. Classic maps, there's the challenge things. Yeah, I keep hearing about that as well. Like the writers are trying to do different things, or maybe there were different writers, or maybe they... I don't even know anymore. Obos. Is that where we are? Obos. Can I have, like, another gun, please? Oh, I have a rocket launcher. Ask. And you shall... I'm just saying the shotgun kind of blows a little. Yeah, it seems like everybody involved in Disco Elysium said, you know what, I'm going off to make my own Disco Elysium with blackjack hookers. We'll just have to find out which one's the most disco. Moneyman pushed out all the big names, tried to blame of things the alleged victim said is not true. Here's my take. Bunch of bullshit. Stay tuned for more spicy Zeor opinions. But not spicy 072 opinions. Those ones aren't very fun. Man, really? I think the problem is maybe not the shotgun so much as these guys are way too damn tough. Said he, and then punched one of their heads so hard it just vanished. Here's a little more serious self-development talk, because why not? Having spicy, loud opinions about things is the kind of thing that you try to do, is the kind of thing that you do when you're trying to develop a sense of self. If you don't feel like you have a strong identity, like you end up saying stupid shit like that in order to feel like you're interesting, you know what I mean? Like, or maybe you're even just like sounding these opinions off yourself a little bit. Maybe you're just trying opinions on to see if they're you, or... It's like, when you're more self-actualized, you don't really feel a need to, like, bang pots and pans together and say, everybody look at my opinion. I think sense of self is an almost alien concept, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, you still see people all over the place who don't really develop that sense of identity, sense of self, and still have to keep trying to wear spicy opinions. So, in terms of development of the self and becoming a less shitty person, I am glad that person isn't me anymore. I'm glad that I can feel secure enough in who Zeor is that I don't have to, you know, you get me, you read me. It took a long time to get there. Like, identity and sense of self was something I struggled with, like, well into my mid to late 20s. Like, it feels like the identity crisis lasted a long time in my case. But I think at this point in my life, well, I mean, I'm literally middle-aged now, but... like, who am I? You know what? I'm Zeor. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I don't think Zeor is the greatest guy in the world, but I don't think he's the worst either. I feel like I know less who I am than I did at one point, but I guess I know my general vibes at this point. Yeah. Honestly jealous of that one guy whose entire personality just posting Quest 64 means. They understand who they are. So you're now just contemplatively playing Doom. Doom within Doom. Okay, opening everybody up for glory kills isn't what rocket launchers are supposed to do. Those guys should already have been salsa. I feel a lot better about myself after meeting with, like, Ollie and company and having more serious chats with Doc. Ollie is a very good, like, affirming yourself kind of person. Ollie's a cool guy. I feel like we're seeing a little bit less of Ollie lately since he, like, actually moved in with the others. Which I don't intend as a criticism. I mean, that kind of follows, but... also good DM, absolutely. All these campaigns also absolutely brought out my best characters, like by a long shot. He's very good at crafting stories around them. Hello? What is this? What am I doing? I put that tube. Reed saving himself from mind enfeeblement with a clone made of snow, I think is a core memory. That, yeah. I got transported by communism, damn it. You win again, Krasmatsov. I feel a little bad that I failed so immediately at DMing. It just wasn't for me. It's... You know, it's not for me at this point in my life. Having a regular asshole Monday to Friday job and a 2-day-a-week stream is just about the limit of what I as a human can take on. If I had more time in life, it might be something I could do, but... Tried it. Just wasn't a good fit. Okay, I see. I need a key card to get through there anyway. Whew, this sure is a video game map. Ah! And I have to say, you've been doing a good job of it. Like, you really have. Honestly, I've been pretty impressed with how that game's been going. Harley. This moral conundrum you put us all in this latest thing has been, like, impressive. Like, you kind of created, like, a 50-50 divide between how we were leaning on that thing. And we did come to a consensus anyway. God damn it. Ugh. There we go. These guys, they're just like pinatas full of buckshot now. Yeah, I'm glad Ollie's still in the game as well. I feel like maybe he suffered a little bit from Lynn and Iris having to back out, which I'm also still a little disappointed about. Stop trying to jump, that's illegal. Sorry. Well, I can't do can't jump. Murder. Sorry, I don't know. This stream has been a whirlwind trip. Like, it was a normal dude stream right up until we got to the post-game content, and then my mouth just started going. I feel like we've talked about everything. I've like a little shell shock. You know what? Let me put a lid on that by making this a viewer appreciation moment. You know, those of you who put up with my shit, who watch this garbage, who participate in chat, who don't judge the stupid things I say too harshly, you know, I really do appreciate you. You're good sport. Even if you're watching this later on YouTube, I doubt there's any situation where anybody would be at this point. That's just, I'm speaking nonsense here. But hey, theoretically, if you did for some reason, wow. I'm not 100% sure about your judgment, but I appreciate you anyway. I only judge your sense of fashion. Like, like, where do we go with that? Where do I start? Okay, now you've seen all of my Warframes. Or most of them. So you do know some things about Zeor fashion, aesthetic, choice, decision, tendencies, and trends. This is, I gotta be honest with you, this isn't fun. Oh, my parts are out. Like my body cavity open, but there was nothing in there. Oh, we're starting the... Nah, you know what, we're good. You get the drill. Oh, there are two Doom 2 maps. Yeah, here's the one I was thinking of. Now, if there isn't a chainsaw right here, okay, good, we're good. There's always time for more violence. Everybody had their own interpretation of the Zeor helmet. That's honestly just part of its legacy, really. Well, even my interpretation was pretty different from, like, the real Zero. Back in the day, I used to periodically, once a year as a matter of fact, do a, hey, everybody draw a Zeor contest. Just because that helmet was so hard to draw that it was like an interesting challenge to pose to people. And I always got a pretty good response on those things. Even people who like knew they weren't gonna win participated just because it was fun and interesting to do. The only interpretation that matters is that it's full of spaghetti. I'm not gonna fight you on that. That is a valid opinion. That's one of the better ones. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's what he sounded like. Yeah, alright. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was starting to say about this. It's kind of just not that fun. Like... New Doom or Old Doom by themselves are quite good in their own ways. Combining the two, I'm not having that great of a time here. Your weapons are really underpowered for all these guys. You don't get the things that are supposed to keep you alive. Yeah, mostly these guys are just way too tough. So, alright. I'm glad they had their fun with that, but I'm good. I obviously need to stop saying words. I've said way too many words. Gotta buy the new Old Doom, please. I need to feed my family. Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna die. Alright. Okay, but seriously, as always, and I know I've been over it before, I keep saying it, but I keep meaning it. It's true. If you're watching now or later, hey, I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot for hanging with me, even as I say dumb, weird, uncomfortably personal things. Yeah, go buy night dive games. Help Soup. Help his cats. Very important. Soup can't keep filling Zeor's helmet with spaghetti unless you do. The Zeor, helmet spaghetti pipeline economy. There, you know what? Out of everything I've discussed tonight, that is the thing that you should bear in mind. The Zeor helmet spaghetti pipeline economy. No, really. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate you. Tuesday, I really do want to check out 3D Sen on stream. I don't think I'll expand further at this time on what that is. You probably know already. Should be fun. I look forward to getting into that. And then probably after that, maybe the Thursday, I don't know. Repo. We gotta do more Repo. Repo updated. Repo is cool. We'll do some more Repo. Alright, that's it. That's my whole thing. I'm going to stop saying words maybe forever. Thanks for hanging. I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Yeah, also Cans will stream too. You can watch him if you want. You can. That's a thing you can do. Okay, bye.